pulled up on my other phone. I can clutter off the desk that I know that I don't need right this second. In the day this time, so maybe some people will join on. And if not, it's here. So we're about to finish the mason jars, and this did pretty well. The ears glued on pretty good. So there's one of the letters. We're just going to set that to the side. That's fine because it's been sitting in wet paint. They taped them off. I spray painted the top half, and then I taped them off again with bubble wrap on the top, those free bubble mailers you get at the post office, and sprayed the bottom half. The line's not exactly perfect. This red that she purchased, the spray paint, it took 4 layers of the red to stick to the glass. Give me a second and I will show you. 4 of the jars will be using these, Le Baton. And that one just fell on something. Hopefully not too bad. So these are the suspenders for Mickey Mouse. And then the other 4 jars will be using these buttons. Soology. It had 151 pieces in it. It has this really tiny ones, and then 4 other sizes that we're going to work with in a few to attach these. Because it's the fastest drying glue I have, and the party is today. So we're just going to make it work. I'm going to try to fix it to where the center of the button is on the line. But it's hard to see at this angle. But whatever. Let's turn it my way and see. This one needs to go up slightly. Okay. These are going to be the centerpieces. So lay it on its side to dry. And we're just going to move them in one at a time. All of these have different stuff on different sides. Because one, I didn't want to make these too long. So there's 4 layers of the red spray paint. I put the last layer on at about 3:30 this morning. So I just want to turn it my way so I can see that it's on the line. We got 2 more with the white buttons. That same side. You can see where it didn't quite stick. Work on, but don't have the time to do it right now. But I have something else I have to do. Done for one of the grandkids. That's due Monday. So they're going to swing by at some point. And which means I'm not going to be able to go to the party. Or arts and crafts. Okay, final one with the white buttons. This is really early to do a live, but I had planned to do it last night. But the way they dried, I just wasn't able to. And I had somebody ask me yesterday if this was a paid job or not. And no, this is not a paid job. I am doing this for free. Payment would be awesome, but was never discussed because it was all last minute. So, second party that I've done for free. Okay. And I'm just laying them down on the floor on top of blank shipping envelopes, the bubble envelopes, mailer things. I've literally just laid some of those out, and I'm just adding the jars on top of them so that no paint gets on my floor, hopefully, anyhow. And now we're going to do big yellow buttons. Okay. I think Mickey's buttons are actually yellow instead of white, but when she bought the buttons, the big 150 pack of yellow only had enough to do so many jars. So she bought white. Also, I don't know if it's because they didn't have a second pack of the yellow or what. But yeah. And then I'll show you guys the letters that are completed. And then the huge boxes got painted. They got their final coat last night. They got covered in wrapping paper. And then when she brings the decals, as she heads to the party, I'll help her stick those on. So then the boxes will be done. I did a huge Mickey Mouse. I took 2 poster boards, the black foam ones, and I attached them together with tape on the back. And then I added E6000 glue down the center where the 2 meet. And let that sit for about 5 hours. And then I took a ruler with the little holes in the ends, poked a pin in one hole and put a marker in the other hole and went around it and made my big circle. Added the ears at the top the same way with smaller circles. Ooh, can't do 4 of these. It looks like there's only enough to do 3 of these. I have to do one more in white. That's gonna be weird. It's gonna be an off, uneven weirdness. So the big Mickey turned out pretty well, I think. We'll try that. I'll let you guys see all of that in a minute. on the final jar. And I guess we're going to have to do it with white, so it's not going to be even. Unless I overlooked some yellow big buttons. Huh, weird. Thought I counted them last night, but of course, I was exhausted, so I probably didn't get them counted correctly. It was a long night. Talking to myself, but even if people watch this later, it'll still give me watch time, so I'm fine with that. I know the timing is off, but I just had to record as they dried and were ready. Okay, let me move these over. Okay. Now, we have these little pills. And I started last night and added the first side of buttons with the E6000 glue. So now we're just going to flip it over. I've got 3 of them. And I'm just going to add the second side of buttons to these using the small yellow buttons. I think I put 9 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I put 7. So whatever. So it's going pretty well. I think it'll be done with everything very soon and can actually get some sleep. It's been a long 2 days and I've been sick this week, so that definitely didn't help. Normally I have a lot more energy. Anybody just tuning in? This is stuff for a 1-year-old's Mickey Mouse birthday party. And you just missed the jugs, the mason jars, but you can most definitely go back and watch them. Those are the centerpieces. I think these are for the treat table, like the food table. I think they're putting like cake pops or something in these. I'm not 100% sure. I was going to go do the setup with them today, but I have another project to do with our granddaughter. She has a school project that they called me last night and told me about. So I'm actually going to skip the party, stay home, And she's going to come over and I'm going to help her with her school project. Grab a sticky, a wet one. Something going on there. Okay. Last one. And then I just have to put polka dots on the big number 1 since he's turning 1. I have 2 of those, and then I need to add a ribbon to the big Mickey Mouse head. And then I think I'm good. I think everything on the list is almost complete. They're going to stop by around 10 or 11 and pick up everything and go set up the party. I told her next time we need advance notice, because 2 days to decorate an entire party is not, for one person, it's just not really feasible. Okay. Put the lid on my glue. I'm going to move these out of the way. We'll do a look over everything at the end. So I'm just going to kind of sit these. Don't want to sit them in that because it's got paint in it. Nope. Okay, I'm going to lay them on their side there so that the dots don't maneuver. And then we're going to bring the huge number 1 over here, which won't fully fit in the screen, but it's huge. And we're going to be doing white polka dots. And for that, I just have my Artist Loft, no, my Apple Barrel multi-surface satin and emerald white paint, because I don't use it for my pours, because the white from Apple Barrel tends to crack in acrylic pours. I'm kind of bring this into focus so you guys can see what I'm doing. And these should definitely be dry by 10. That didn't make a full circle. Weird. Because it's what? Well, 9. They should be dry by 10. That would be the hope. It's not even, I don't think, on the stick, so it's not making a full circle unless I maneuver it weirdly. Okay, and then I just got to do up the number 1. one didn't make a full circle either. Piece of a circle there. And then we're going to work our way up. And then if these dry in time, I have letters, sticker letters. Oh, there's a chunk. If these dry in time, I have sticker letters that I'm going to put on top with his name. I actually think I'm going to put a partial here just so that it's not blank. Okay. And they're very colorful, which is one, she wanted the black and white theme, but two, the letters are very colorful, so we had thought about doing red dots. So if this dries, then I'll add the letters, and I'll make sure before she picks everything up to do a video, a little short normal video of everything together. The letters turned out great. I'll definitely show you guys those before I turn this live off. This is foam board, that's why it's a little flimsy as I'm doing these. I feel like it needs one like right here, even though that's not even. I just feel like it's needed. Okay, I'm trying not to hit it on anything while I'm maneuvering it. I'm hoping she'll take some pictures this time of the party fully set up. The Toy Story party that we did, she didn't take any pictures to send me. So I'm hoping we get to see it fully set up. Then I can just make like a slideshow of pictures for you guys. I was planning on being there, but as I said earlier, something else came up and I have to deal with that. Okay, just the tip of the one. And then we're going to let this dry. And then hopefully it'll be dry enough before they come to add the letters. I think that looks pretty good. So here's our number one. Da, da, da. Set it down here, let it dry. So here's our O, for those of you wondering. There's one of the letters that we did. Maybe if I turn this way. We just took some wooden discs, painted them, and then E6000 glued them to the back. So that letter turned out great. And then the E, we just Mod Podged a Mickey Mouse on that I cut out by hand. Also did that with one of the G's. The other G is a Mickey Mouse head. And then we have the N, which I added a Mickey Mouse head with Mod Podge, and we did the black polka dots. So that there. And then the E, which is red, we had done the white polka dots, and then it just looked kind of plain. So we added some of the buttons to some of the dots, just to kind of give it some definition to make it kind of pop a little. What else do I have down here? Oh, on the A, I also added Mickey Mouse head. The N and the A that are the two white ones with the polka dots are, one of them's for the word one, O-N-E, and the other one's for his name. And then we did a number 1 with the polka dots, which will match the big number 1 that I just did. So all of his letters are pretty well done. These are paper mache letters from Michael's. And we just put a couple coats of paint, added our polka dots, and then added whatever else we ended up adding. I really like the little Mickey Mouses. Those are cute. Took a while to cut them out though, because I had a huge pair of scissors and really tiny hands. So we'll put all these letters back down here. And then these are the stickers that I got to add his name to that big number 1. If it dries in time. I'm hoping it dries in time, because I think it's going to look really cute. I just taped the, the ribbon on the back, because I was testing it to see if she liked it, and then she liked it, so I just left it. I was going to do this to the G also, but she told me just to add polka dots to it. I think it would have looked a little better with the ribbon, but a little more uniform maybe. But I think they turned out really well as is, and I'm pretty happy with all of them. So hopefully they're as happy as I am, because she hasn't seen most of this stuff. I've sent her a few pictures along the way. Okay, so I have a bunch of extra buttons in plenty of different colors. I just don't know if there's anything else I can do. I'll check the checklist and go from there. But I think we're pretty well done until I show you guys the final stuff before they take it. So I'm just going to go ahead and end this live. I had a few people wanting to know how I was going to handle the mason jars. So I did do that part on video for that reason. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys soon.